I hope you're doing well. Okay, so I have a beautiful video for you today, and it's called Release the Need to Control. And so what I wanted to talk about, it's a little bit about soulmates, but it also has a lot to do with how we create blocks and barriers and we're not manifesting the things that we desire. And I'm going to tell you one of the number one reasons that this happens. Now, when I was manifesting my soulmate, Jeffrey, there was one thing that I didn't realize that I wasn't doing, which was a massive beneficial aspect to manifesting my soulmate that I didn't realize I was doing until just recently. I couldn't figure out what I was doing that was causing resistance and blockage because I wasn't manifesting these desires that I had, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing. It wasn't that I was doing anything wrong, but it was something that I was very unaware of, and so I needed to fill the gap with that. So I had started last week, I really started bringing these desires to source, to the universe, and saying that these were my set intentions, that I truly desired to find out where my gap was that I couldn't recognize in trying to receive these particular manifestations, that apparently I wasn't doing that with my soulmate when I was manifesting him. So I needed to figure that out. Well, this is where the universe works so beautifully for us, you guys, is that this is when you're living in alignment, that a book falls off the shelf, or a friend sends you a message, a text message, or you get on a website and you find a blog and the answer is there, or you're on YouTube and your answer is through a channel, and they say something to you and you're just like, oh my God, thank you so much, universe, you know? That was the answer. That was the answer I needed. And so it always comes in the path of least resistance for you and your particular spirit. So there was a particular thing that I wasn't doing, and I want you to remember this because this is vital in manifesting your desires, especially with a soulmate or anything actually. And that is releasing the need to control. Because so many times, like when I was manifesting my soulmate Jeffrey, the one thing that I never did, and I don't know why I never did this, but which is a good thing, right? Because I manifested him in 8 weeks. But the thing that I did not do was, oftentimes when we have this desire, and it's a really big desire, or it could be a small one, but a lot of times it's like the big ones, you know, like a home or a career or, you know, love or money, you know, it's those, we feel like it's those big things, right? That we put stipulations by trying to control the outcome of the desire that we have, because we don't have enough faith. We think that we have to be the ones in control, right? Like, for instance, a subscriber messaged me and said, why am I not manifesting my soulmate? I'm doing everything that your video is saying. And you know, I have this particular thing and this and this and this. And the one thing that they were doing was that they had the stipulation and they didn't realize that they were doing it, but they had made a list, you know? Like, so many times we'll make lists. Say, for instance, like when I was trying to manifest a house, I was trying to be so specific about the house that I was saying, okay, it has to be here, it has to be this house, it has to be on this street, it has to be in this city, it has to be, you know, whatever. And I didn't realize that I was doing that, and I hadn't done that with manifesting my soulmate Jeffrey. I never had a list. I never said, oh, he has to be tall, dark, and handsome, or he has to be this or this, you know. I had a criteria within my mind and in my heart. But the beautiful thing to remember is that you don't have to keep score. You don't have to say, well, he has to be this way, and he has to have, you know, brown eyes, and Source, the universe, has an overview. And all of our desires are in our escrow account, which means all of the things that we want in a person, we don't have to specify to the universe, because the universe already knows what we want. The universe, our inner being, knows exactly like I wanted my soulmate to have curly hair, but I didn't have to write that on a list that I wanted him to have really curly hair. I really desired that. And I said I wanted him to have a sharp nose. I know. See, I didn't have to write any of that down because the universe already knew exactly what I wanted and why I desired those things. And so the universe knows exactly what you want, knows exactly what the house is going to be that you want. You don't need to specify. You know, you already put those into the universe when you made those desires after you had those contrasting moments in your life. And so the source, the universe, has not forgotten about those, whereas we don't remember those little intricate details. And so oftentimes we've forgotten the little teeny incremental things to get to our actual desire. And so, you know, maybe you said, you know, I want to meet my soulmate, but I would really like to have like a footing on my career, like at least be in an apartment for a year and, you know, making my own way, and then my soulmate. Like maybe you forgot that you said that 10 or 12 years ago and you've been going through school. And that's why every little detail is so perfectly aligned from the universe. And so if you can remember that you don't have to be specific, you already were specific when you had contrast in your life, right? I always knew, looking at men, I just said, God, I really like guys that have really super curly hair. I just think that's precious. And my husband, I didn't make a list. And when I was manifesting my soulmate, I just was saying all the things that I appreciated about different men that I've seen in my life. Oh, I really love so-and-so. He used to be extremely complimentary to his wife. And so I think I want someone that's going to be super complimentary to me. And I didn't write that on a list. And guess what? Do you think I got that? Absolutely. And, you know, and I've talked a lot about this on the soulmate videos before, but I just wanted to clarify again that that's what I recognized that I was doing, is I was being very specific with other things in my life that I hadn't done with my soulmate and how I manifested him so quickly. And so now I'm going to take those things that I did with the soulmate and put those in all the other areas of my life for my desires, right? And so I think that those three things are beautiful to remember. And so I hope that this served you. And so I'm just so happy to be back shooting videos. And let's keep this going. Do you have any things that you have thought about, or maybe you've had gaps that you realize, like, oh my goodness, I realized what mine was and I recognized it, you know, Spirit whispered to me through my spirit guides, or I got the answer through, you know, when I went on my walk and Spirit talked to me. And it's so beautiful in the journey along the way. You know what I mean? It's just so, if we can just be happy along the way. Are we having fun and are we happy? Are you making money? No. Are you having fun and are you happy? Those are the only two things we need to worry about, and all of the things will manifest themselves to us in the right, perfect timing. And so, again, thank you so much. And if you want to give a mermaid her fins, subscribe to the button below. Thanks so much. Have a nice day. Ciao. I'm yours until my next swim.